The cannons of the pirate ship ready to fire in the north end zone. We can only be one place. Raymond James Stadium here in Tampa, the home of the Buccaneers. We are ready, and so is Brandon Aubrey to kick this one off. And through the snowflakes, off we go here on EA Sports. Oh, nice return, but he takes a big shot at the end of it. First and 10.
Kings! What's that?
Now, our run with the rookie out of Oregon. And we'll bring this to about the 34-yard line. Osa Odigizua there on the tackle. Here's 2nd and 9.
What's that?
Out of the pistol, it's Mayfield. That's caught. It's Bucky Irving. And a good job rallying to the football. Holding just a gain of a yard and sets up 3rd down.
Defensive coordinators preach all the time, play pass defense with vision. It's exactly the case here. They're able to rally to the ball, keep that to a short gain.
Real. What's that?
From the gun on 3rd down, it's Mayfield. He's going to have the 1st down and more. And he'll be out of bounds, but not before he gets inside the 35-yard line. Off the RPO, this is out to Evans. And no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple. They'll come up on a 2nd down and 8.
Alert! What's that?
Baker gonna give it to Irving. And they will take him down at the 20-yard line.
When you go out and invest in a young guy like this to be part of your backfield's future, you got to find ways to get him involved early, and I think here's a case of doing just that.
Mayfield to throw it here on 1st down. There's Evans. He's got it. And the Bucs are going to be set up. 1st and goal coming up. They'll mark them down to the 6-yard line.
I love the way the ball's been moving around to different guys this drive, Mike. I mean, it really keeps the defense guessing and off balance. And now this defense is going to have to figure out how to keep this offense out of the end zone because it's 1st and goal.
On 1st down, they'll run the option to the left. And he's into the end zone. Bucky Irving. Touchdown, Tampa. Exactly the way they scripted this one. A beautiful opening drive, Greg. Able to find the end zone on the game's 1st possession.
And, Mike, the word that comes to mind looking at that drive is execution, and that's exactly what they talked about all week long. They wanted to come out early in this game and establish an early rhythm, and that's exactly what they did with that touchdown drive.
On is Chase McLaughlin for the extra point. through the snowflakes. This one good. And the Bucs will take a 7-0 lead. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. This is fielded inside the 5. He's across the 20, taken down just shy of the 25. So here's a 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 24. A first carry now for Rico Dowdle. And he'll plow forward for a gain of 4 yards. Here's 2nd and 6. Now Dowdle. And he'll be taken down, and that's going to do it. That's the last play of the first quarter. So they'll talk over what to do on this 3rd down play as we have hit the end of the first quarter. The Bucs have the early lead. We'll have more from Tampa after this. You don't need much. It is 3rd and inches. And now the Cowboys going to take a timeout. Here's 3rd down and a few inches. Here's a carry for Dowdle. The defense all over that. Met him in the backfield, stopped in his tracks, and it sets up 4th down. Cowboys special teams unit heads out for the punt. And he didn't get the check he was hoping for in that one. That goes into the end zone, and it's a touchback. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. From the gun, it's Mayfield. A pass pulled in by Irving. And no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple. Throwing on 2nd down, Mayfield. The pass rush gets home, and he goes down.
So after picking up some positive yardage on 1st down, they end up going backwards on 2nd. That sack now brings up 3rd and long, and what most of the time is a very pass-happy situation makes them very one-dimensional.
So backed up after the sack, and now it's 3rd and long. And he's going to slide to a stop and avoid the contact. But since he started there, he's still shy of the 1st down.
And that's a pretty good effort here on 3rd and long. He had nowhere to go down the field. The defense is playing real soft. He pulls it down and did all he could, but he's still going to end up being short of the 1st down.
No move for the punt team. The offense staying out there for 4th down. That's taken in, and he's going to have the 1st down. So taking a chance there, playing with the lead, but it works out for them.
Alert, alert! Alert, alert! Watch out!
On the handoff, it's Irving. And he'll manage to get this ahead for a pickup of 5. They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5.
Watch out!
On play action, Mayfield. And he just does get that one away. He was being chased down, forced the awkward throw. Maybe he's fortunate that all it is an incompletion.
The whole idea of the play-action pass, Mike, is that you can slow the pass rush down enough that it allows longer, slower developing pass concepts to open up downfield. But in this case, they were on him so fast that by the time he got his head around, that...
The pressure, too much, and he goes down. That is DeMarcus Lawrence in there for the sack.
This is a great reminder of why it's so important to have great offensive tackles. When you get beat so fast off the edge, the quarterback has nowhere to go in the pocket to escape, and that's what happens.
That is caught. He got Godwin. Now the Bucs will take their first timeout, and they'll stop it just over a minute remaining in this first half.
And now you can see they're really getting in rhythm in this 2-minute drive. Now, after that last completion, Mike, they cross midfield. Now the mindset goes to, all right, we got to come away with some points. They've got a quarterback who's in complete control, and they got to see if they can finish this thing off.
And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down. They'll work now on 2nd and 4.
Good. Hey, alert 33. Good.
Here's Mayfield working from the pistol. Timeout here, Tampa Bay. That is their second, as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in the second quarter. Third down, 3 to go.
Real. Good. Watch.
They go play action with Mayfield. He manages to get the throw away and completes it. And he's out of bounds all the way inside the 15-yard line. A huge play just before the half. 31 yards.
First and 10 at the 11-yard line.
Mayfield to throw on 1st and 10. This one caught left side by Evans. The Buccaneers forced to use their third and final timeout as it comes to 22 seconds remaining till halftime.
Regular. Good. Watch out.
Off the play fake, it's Mayfield. That is caught side of the end zone. Mike Evans. Touchdown Buccaneers. Greg, it's one of those, sometimes you got to feel like you know where the ball's going to go, and the defense knows it too, but it still ends up in that guy's hands for the touchdown.
Absolutely, Mike. In these critical situations, like down here in the red zone, it's players, not plays. It doesn't matter what you drop on the board. You say, okay, who's my best player? Put him in a good matchup, let him go win, and give him a chance. That's exactly what they do here, and I think we're going to see a lot of this the rest of the game.
He'll start at the 4. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. Cooks going in motion. First down, Prescott. This pass right side caught by Lamb. And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down.
The receiver thought he had a nice soft spot in that zone coverage, and he settles down to give a nice target to the quarterback. But the defense had eyes on him the entire time. Secure rally tackle prevents that from turning into a big play.
On the play fake, Dak. Now he'll run it. And he's going to be out of bounds. Triple zeros up there on the clock. We have reached the end of the first half. All right, Coach, thank you. The snow continuing to fall as we ready ourselves for the second half to follow. Well, this snow not abating at all. If anything, might be coming down a little bit harder as we are underway here in the third. Nice job on the return. He's down close to the 35-yard line.
The Cowboys take over first and 10 at their own 34-yard line.
Yeah! Here we go! 26.
They'll run with Dowdle. And he'll be brought down, but what a run. Down to the 40.
Jordan Whitehead on the tackle. A gain of 26 yards. First down, Cowboys.
26.
On play action, here's Dak. Open man, downfield, it's CeeDee Lamb. That's another quick first down, and that's a 25-yard gain.
Whatever they've talked about in the locker room at the halftime break seems to have worked. They've come out with a new established energy. You could see it when they took the field. Now this offense seems to be building on it because with that chunk play, just a little bit of rhythm that they can build off of. They got a long way to go to get back into this game, but so far off to a good start.
On first and 10, Prescott. Just trying to avoid the rush there. He's hit as he threw, and the pass is incomplete.
Nice example there, Mike, of the quarterback just being smart with the ball, understanding it didn't quite develop the way he had intended. Throw that ball out of harm's way, live to play another down.
Now a second down throw for Prescott. Oh, that swung out wide and intercepted. Picked off by Jamel Dean.
Every defensive coordinator, Mike, in the NFL preaches one thing about red zone defense. Keep them out of the end zone. Make them settle for 3. Well, what do? With that interception, they take it to another level, and they get off the field without allowing a single point.
Here's first and 10.
Hey, alert 33. 1 sec. Done.
Now, faking the give. And he just does get that one away. He was being chased down, forced the awkward throw, and maybe he's fortunate that all it is an incompletion.
A rare miss for a quarterback that we've seen really come out on fire throughout this entire contest. I mean, his completion percentage, Mike, is well above league average, and frankly, it's really the biggest reason why they find themselves out in front.
They need to get this to the 23. Here's third down. A short one there to Otten. And he'll be stopped short of a first down, and that will necessitate a call to the punt team. It's fourth down.
That's just one of those drives that was out of whack from the start, Mike. They just couldn't get anything going on the early downs, and they'll most likely punt the ball away and hope that their defense can do the same thing and get them the ball back. You know, Mike, I've seen a lot of aggressive plays over the years, but this one, it might just take the cake. I mean, to go for it in this situation, this deep in your own territory, you're making quite the statement that you are going to be aggressive all day long.
On the ground, it's Dowdle. He is in. Rico Dowdle. Touchdown, Dallas.
When you start talking about the qualities of a top-tier back in the NFL, Mike, we all talk about size, speed, the ability to keep your feet, the ability to have balance at contact. But the part we don't talk enough about is patience, understanding the blocking scheme, the timing, when to hit the hole, as much as what hole to hit. And I think you get a great example of what that looks like when it all comes together. He takes advantage of the scheme, and next thing you know, he hits his head on the goalpost.
So now, after the touchdown, out is Aubrey to kick this one away. On the return is Sean Tucker. Now an opening past the 30. They finally get him down, but he gets all the way up close to the 40-yard line. Now a 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line.
What's that?
He'll start out here with an option to the left. Nothing doing there. He'll go down behind the line.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on 1st down, but that's exactly the case here.
So after the loss on 1st, here's 2nd and 14. Throw left side, pulled in by Evans. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play, and it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest, and that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there.
They'll run with Irving. And nothing on that one, back to the line of scrimmage, and that is it. They'll try again here, 2nd and 10.
Point it right. Real.
At the 44-yard line.
So, 3 quarters now in the books. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL on EA Sports. We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10.
What's that?
Out of the shotgun, Mayfield. He'll swing this one out wide to his running back. And he can't get away. They rally to the football on defense and bring him down for no gain.
I think the days where cornerbacks are either unwilling or unable to be involved in the run game, I think those days are over, Mike. I think when you look around the landscape of today's NFL, yes, you have to cover, but you also have to be able to come up and tackle.
A tough spot here. 3rd and long. And he'll be taken down. They got him back at the 50-yard line.
As this clock continues to tick, we're getting dangerously close here to do-or-die territory. But after that 3rd down sack, real good chance of getting off the field. No points allowed. Let's see if their offense now can do their job, because defense certainly did theirs.
Going to leave the offense out there for 4th and long. They'll go. Mayfield. Oh, they got the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Donovan Wilson. And the Cowboys are going to take over just shy of midfield.
Just a brutal mistake there, Mike. I mean, they have a chance to put a late scoring drive together and increase their lead. But now with that interception, all the momentum shifts to their opponents, and now they got to rely on their defense to hopefully get a stop and get them the ball back.
He'll work his way ahead for a gain of about 4. Second and 6 coming up. A shotgun snap for Prescott. This one intercepted. That's the linebacker, K.J. Britt. And the Buccaneers will take over here as they get it up to the 43-yard line.
And at this point in the game, Mike, we all know one play can be the difference between winning and losing. And now after that poor throw, we'll see, can they capitalize on this extra possession that they just stole?
Set to go now on 1st and 10. On play action, he'll set up to throw. Escaping the danger, throwing and completing. And he's taken down inside the opponent's 35.
This is a tale as old as time, Mike. It seems that anytime a team forces a takeaway, fumble, or interception, the ensuing drive starts with a shot, a deep play in the air to try to seize on some of that momentum. We just saw a great example of it here.
They'll drop to throw. Oh, do you believe it? It's intercepted. Picked off by Jordan Lewis.
They'll take over first and 10 at their own 32-yard line.
Here's first down. They'll run here. And he'll get about 5.
Rico's elbow the ball carrier. He's brought down at the 37-yard line. It's a gain of 5. Brings up second and 5.
Second down. Prescott. Catch is made there on the left side by Cooks.
Defense does a nice job here initially using zone coverage to take away the middle of the field. That's the most valuable real estate in football. Quarterback gets off his first read, sees some openings to the sideline, and him and his receiver are able to connect.
A gain of 16 yards. That's good for a Dallas first down.
There's a big conversation going on right now around the NFL about what is the true value of having a run game. And I've always thought it comes down to being good at 3 situations. Can you run the ball in the 4th quarter with a lead? How well can you run the ball on the goal line? And then in this case, how well can you run the ball in short yardage situations?
And they'll take this down inside the 35.
And now after that big completion, Mike, they can't panic yet. They're not into the mode where they're in desperation. They have 2 timeouts in their back pocket. Take a deep breath. Get your best first down play call to your quarterback. A field goal's not going to do it. They got to think touchdown all the way. Just didn't quite get enough into that ball. You see sometimes the pressure, the rush, force a quarterback to throw the ball off his back foot. And I think there was a little bit of that here at play. You have to be willing to step up, even in the face of pressure.
Nowhere to go. He is taken down. That's a timeout for Dallas. It's their second, and they stop it with 22 ticks left on the clock here in the 4th. Dak facing 3rd and long. That is incomplete. Here we go. They're down to what could be their final play. It's 4th down.
Here we go.
Operating from the gun. Here's Dak. And that is incomplete. They had their chance. They took it there. Look, they're trailing late. Got to let it fly. This will wind up a turnover on downs.
Finding yourself down to your final timeout, this is the moment. This is the drive that you have to find a way to extend if you're going to claw yourself back into this game. But the defense comes up with a huge stop, and that will all but end this game.
They'll run it. It's Irving. And some good footwork there. He'll take this forward for a gain of 8. And a timeout comes. The whistle blows with 3 seconds remaining on the clock. The Buccaneers getting their punter out there. as they try to play the field position game here, protecting a fourth-quarter lead. Ball security, a must in these conditions. Fair catch called for and taken without issue. So a win here for the Buccaneers.